So starting from today, we'll be sharing on this book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, which is by Robert Kiyosaki. I believe, if not most of you, probably all of you will know him. Okay, so let's have our landlord Yvonne here to tell us about the story tonight. Let's welcome her, guys.
Thank you, thank you. Today, me and Chanel, we will really bring you back a storytelling memory, like how your mom or your dad put you, telling you stories, and this is how we are prepared. So, as you know, Robert Kiyosaki, the origin of his book, the name come from is Rich Dad and Poor Dad. Robert Kiyosaki has two dads in his life, the poor dad and also the rich dad. The poor dad is actually his biological father, very highly educated, intelligent, studied up to PhD. His father earning substantial income. But this father, particularly his biological father, even though he's earning such a high income, he struggled financially. And the father always tell him, boy, study hard, get good grades, and get a good job. That is his biological father's teaching. Whereas his rich dad, which actually we will tell you the story how he come to know his rich dad, is actually his best friend's father. His friend is also his first partner, business partner's father. Is called his best friend is called Mike. Never ever finished 8th grade, never even finished. But he at one point he was the richest man in Hawaii. To him, broke is temporary, poor is eternal. Even though he go through very down in his life, almost broke, but he tell himself, I'm a rich man. I am a rich man. He study hard so you can find a good company to buy. The other father will tell him, study hard and get a good job. This father tell him, study hard to find a good company to buy. This book, the first chapter is to tell you about mentality, such as having a kid. The poor father would say, the reason I am not rich is because I have kids. Whereas the rich father say, the reason I must be rich because I have kids. During mealtime, for the poor father, it's very taboo to touch on money talks. He forbids it, no talking money on the table. Whereas the rich father, he encourages business talk. He encourages people to think and talk about it. And come to financial belief, the poor father says, believe in company, paycheck, government will support us, needs job protection. Whereas the rich father says, believe in total financial self-reliance. Savings. The poor father struggles to save a few dollars, whereas the rich father created multiple investments. Mentality. Very important. The whole book, the first few chapters, all about mentality. I will never be rich. This is how he tell himself, I will never be rich. Whereas, even at the most down point of his life, the rich father proclaims that I am a rich man. Even very down, at his rock bottom, he still tell himself that I am a rich man. That's about mentality. Now I'll pass back to Chanel, and she will continue to share with you the following slides.
Okay, so just now Yvonne was saying some of the mentality, right? So when it comes to a very, very key point of mentality, which is affordability, this is the key point of financial, whereby when it comes to affordability, the poor dad, every time when he counts his wallet, when he realizes that he doesn't have enough money, he doesn't think out of the box. The first thing he says straight away is, I can't afford it. So whereas you can actually tell from the rich dad that, oh, how can I afford it? So instead of actually digging out on instead of drilling into the problem that he don't have any much money left, he will find his way out to actually think out of the box. So in this case, the brain for the poor dad will stop functioning because he doesn't want to even find a way for him to afford something. Whereas the rich dad in this case is actually very, very creative because in order for him to afford something, he think out of the box. So he keeps thinking and thinking and thinking how to actually put the food on the table. So that is how mentality works in the real life. So when it comes to affordability, guys, what does affordability mean to you? Now I still remember few years back when I first started my career in the insurance line, affordability meant to me that I need to work hard every single day looking for new clients. Okay, closing every damn sale for me to get more income to buy the luxurious stuff that I can ever get. But but after when I have been struggling with this line for a couple of years, that's when I reached out to a point whereby I'm so tired. Can I live on to this life until the end of my life? Can I think of something else? So that is when I thought that creating passive income is something that I need to do to myself. So 2019 was the year when I set up two companies with my partners to make the passive income work for me. So talking about affordability here, I heard that recently Edward bought a new house. Edward, are you here?
Yes.
Hi, Edward. Great to see you here. Yeah, so recently I heard that you bought a new house. So being affordable to buy a new house at your age is actually very amazing because my first house, I only bought my first house like at the age of 30. So do you want to share with us on affordability? Like how do you make the choice like buying your first house in at the age of 22, and how does that feel to you?
I think buying a house actually is not that hard at the moment, I believe. I think there are quite numbers of uh, grants. I mean, it's not grants, it's about the uh, programs that actually offered by government. So essentially, they are projects outside where you actually do support all uh, this range of uh, the program. I think it's about the mindset. It's actually not about what is your. I think most importantly is where I need to understand where am I right now. So what sort of the property that I'm looking at, and next would be what sort of the criteria that suits me. So by understanding, then you can go to look outside all sort of project, then you go around and see so which one is suit to your need, and after that, is it suit to the current situation? If yes, then you can actually go to understand whether is it something where you want to get it forever. So I think property is good for me that this one actually what I bought is actually for family stay. So it actually will be completing in the next 3 years, which is 2 to 3. And I think most likely every month that need to actually pay about installment 1,002. So I think by the time I could be able to afford it because the reason why because right now we are in this right. So essentially what I think is that within these 3 years definitely there is a way for us to build our own the active cash flow that how to overcome the expenses that we're doing expenses. So that's
Yeah.
what I learned from the cash flow game and to think about minimize unnecessary expenses where you only go for essentialism where it's really needed. And then after that, to build some of the active more income where it is sort of running at passive, but it's an active cash flow.
Actually,
Great
what
mindset
Edward
you
doing
have.
here is he's actually delaying his the gratification. He's not enjoying now. He's enjoying later in his life. He's preparing for that. You don't enjoy now. You do what you need to do now in order to enjoy later.
Yeah, and at
You're
the
very
same time, I
positive.
can see that Albert is already having the rich dad mindset, whereby he's already setting his goal now. Even though the house is gonna ready by 3 years time, he had already have the mindset that this is going to be his life 3 years later, whereby he's going to stay with his family in this house that he will soon be able to afford with the income that is going to build in the later stage. Am I right, Albert?
Yeah.
Thank you, Edward,
Thank
for
you,
your
Albert.
sharing. Thank you,
Yeah,
Edward.